Hey y'all, I just wanted to check in after my last video where I kind of explained some of my thoughts and doubts and questions about Weight Watchers and just kind of some of the struggles that I was having. First of all, I just want to say to y'all, thank you so much. Like literally the comments on that video like made me tear up a little bit. You guys were just so supportive, first of all, and just so gracious and encouraging. Even if you guys like disagree with kind of where I was coming from, everybody said it in a very respectful way. So just thank you for that. Y'all are so awesome. I was nervous to put that out there because it's kind of nerve-wracking to let people in your brain sometimes, and that's basically what I was doing in that last video. If you're confused about what I'm talking about, I will put a link to that video in the description box below. I just think there were so many great conversations in the comments. I got a lot of, it's a lifestyle, not a diet, and this is a sustainable approach for life. Those are two things I knew people were going to say when I gave my problems or my issues with Weight Watchers in general. And I hope you didn't take it the wrong way when I asked, like, what exactly does that mean? Like, I'm not like trying to pick at you or be combative in any way. Like, that's just something I've been asking myself lately. Like, what does that mean exactly? Does that mean I'm going to track for the rest of my life? Does that mean, what does that look like for you? So if you're one of those people who says that, leave me a comment too. I would love to know, like, it's a lifestyle, like, what does that mean? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm going from Weight Watchers to more of an intuitive eating approach. What that basically means is that I'm going back to like very basic. The goal right now is not necessarily weight loss, although I hope that occurs. Don't we all who struggle with weight problems? Don't we all? But if that happens, that's great. Right now, I'm just working on getting into a better place with food. I just feel like I said in my last video, it's just making me a little bit crazy pants in the head. Like, I felt like the chocolate in my pantry was taunting me. If you didn't think I was crazy before, I've been eating this way for about 6 days now, and it has been great. I just feel really like relaxed, at peace. I'm not perfect. Like, I don't think that what I'm doing is perfect. I don't even think that what I'm doing is for everybody. I hope y'all know that I'm not saying everybody should eat this way. I'm not sure if this is the path that I will be on forever, but for right now, I think this is what I'm going to stick with for the foreseeable future. And I've already started filming a couple of videos. Today, actually, I'm doing a what I ate video. It's just really put me at peace. Like, for an example, I think I wrote this in the comments from the last video to somebody. Yesterday I got out 2 pieces of leftover pizza, and I made the pizza. It's homemade. It's got white wheat crust, veggies for the topping, so it's fairly healthy for pizza. Those of you who have kids can totally relate to this. My 3-year-old son was like, I want pizza. Can I have some of your pizza, Mama? And so I was like, sure. Now, in the past, that would have like given me anxiety because I would have already tracked it and already like thought through my points for the day and everything. And in that scenario, I was like, I'm so glad this is not a big deal. I just can just say, sure, have the pizza. And if I'm still hungry, I can just have something else. And that's what I did. And it turned out he had already eaten a whole lunch himself. And so I gave him half of one of my pieces of pizza, which is a pretty good size slice. So half of it was enough for him. He ate that, and I ate the other slice and a half. And I paused for a minute and I thought, do I need anything else? And I decided just to kind of have my iced coffee, and I was like, nope, I'm good. There's just something very peaceful about the decision to say, I have unconditional permission to eat anything that I want. Like, that just takes off so much of the pressure, if you know what I mean. Like, You don't have to worry if you're going to get hungry later because you can just eat something. I mean, no, the people who are watching this video who don't have food issues are going like, well, duh. But those of you watching who have been in like that diet mentality, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can probably think of a time either where you ate where you weren't hungry, or you let your stomach growl and you said, nope, I'm not going to eat because I either don't deserve to, or I ate too much yesterday, or whatever. So what does this mean for my channel and my blog going forward? I know a lot of y'all are probably wondering that. I'm sort of wondering that myself. I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants. First and foremost, I just am going to be really open and honest with y'all. I'm just going to kind of share what I'm doing, and I don't really know if it's going to work, or if it's going to work in the short term and not the long term, or if I can lose a little eating this way and then have to trim some things down to kind of get off those last few vanity pounds. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's kind of exciting to me. So I think it will kind of be fun to see where this takes me. In the meantime, I'm trying to focus on finding things that bring me joy outside of food. Blogging is one of those things. I love to blog, and ironically I blog a lot about food, but I think I can do that in a way that's not obsessive. Like, there's other pieces to it, like especially the photography. I really have gotten into trying to improve my photography, make it better, like kind of ask myself, like, what's the story I'm trying to tell with this picture? I love the editing photographs part. That's really fun to me, so I really enjoy that. Another thing that I've gotten into is nail polish. Y'all are probably going to be like, what? I wanted a manicure one day. I was just like, I want a manicure and a pedicure, and we can't really afford to pay for it right now because I'm not working. And I was like, I'm going to get on YouTube and figure out how to do a professional looking manicure. And so I got on and I watched a couple of tutorials, and I was like, I'm going to paint my nails. And so I did, and it's gotten to be like a thing. Like, I've kind of started collecting nail polishes, and like, my thing is, this is how it goes down. I do this maybe once or twice a week at the most. I'm not obsessed with having my nails done. It's kind of like just the act of doing something with my hands, and then the added benefit is like they're not painted right now, but they look pretty when I'm done. What happens is that nighttime, for those of you who are parents, you know, can be a stressful time, and so it's just like we have to get everybody fed and bathed and put to bed. And that sounds really simple to those of you who don't have kids, but if you're a parent, or even if you've babysat for kids, you know it's not simple to get kids down for bed. So after all that's done, that's like my time of the day where I'm like, I just want to like sit down and breathe for a minute. And that's when I just sit down on the couch and relax and either talk to my husband or watch a show or a YouTube video, and I paint my nails. It's like a little relaxing moment. And granted, there are some nights where I probably should just go to sleep, but it's amazing with that little extra 15 or 20 minutes of, like, I guess it's sort of self-care, what that will do for your mental state. It just, it's just fun, and it's brought me a lot of joy. So you may start to see some random nail polish hauls or nail polish videos. If you guys are not into nails, I will not be offended if you skip those videos. I will be sure and label those clearly so that if you couldn't give a rip about nail polish, you don't have to watch them. I want to continue the life lessons series of videos. I've only done one, and I can link that in the description box below. I still plan to show days of eats. The only way I see stopping doing that is if it makes me like crazy pants in the head again about what I'm eating, or if people start like picking apart my food choices, because like I'm aware that I don't eat perfect. I am still going to be sharing grocery hauls because I love to do that, and I think based on the YouTube analytics and stuff, like I think people watch my grocery hauls that don't watch anything else on my channel. That's really interesting to me, because if it were just like me in a bubble thinking, what videos would people like to see the most? Like, those would be at the bottom of my list. Like, I buy the same stuff over and over and over again, but yet people seem to find those interesting. So I'm going to keep filming those. When I talk about how I'm using something, I think people find that interesting, and just it kind of brings up recipes or meal ideas, stuff like that. So I will continue doing those. So I am not an intuitive eating expert. I've read a book and I've read some blog posts and watched a few videos. Something I've kind of noticed about myself is when I'm really interested in something, like I kind of become like just thirsty for knowledge, and I want to find out everything that I can, like almost like make myself a mini expert on the subject. And so I am wanting to do that about intuitive eating, but it's been very interesting because there's not like a lot of directions. Like it's up to your intuition. One of the 9 principles of intuitive eating is gentle nutrition, and I'm one of those people, like I feel like for a non-nutritionist and like a non-clinical person, like I have pretty good nutritional knowledge. Like I know what's good to eat for the most part. I'm not saying that I know everything by any means. So I know like wheat flour is better than white. I know those kinds of things. Doesn't mean I'm always going to choose perfect, but I just plan to kind of set some really good habits for myself that I operate from most of the time, and then when I deviate, it's just going to be kind of as a treat or an extra thing. Thank you again so much for watching. Thank you for your kindness and support. See y'all next time.